very good morning to you. Welcome to the Starr Breakfast News. And coming up this morning, Parliament to probe Oslo visa scandal following allegations of 11 persons believed to be Paralympic athletes absconded upon arrival in Norway.
Of youth and sports and the minister itself, and maybe the national security minister to come and furnish us with better and understanding into all of those things, and probably also request from them what should be the way forward in helping to ensure that these things do not happen again.
Also coming up ahead of today's mid-year budget presentation by Finance Minister, we'll be hearing from a number of stakeholders who are demanding a roadmap for the stabilization of the sliding cedi and pushing for the scrap of some taxes.
It is very crucial to stabilize the local currency so that businesses will not collapse as a result.
Well, Deputy Finance Minister, who has been tight-lipped on the possible scrapping of taxes, has disclosed no new taxes and supplementary budgets will be presented.
I'm happy to also say that the mid-year budget is not bringing any new taxes. And I'm sure this, at the current environment we are in, is about supporting businesses.
Still in this edition, CTAG warns that any attempt to freeze salaries of their members who are on legal strike will be met with a suit.
We want to caution that any attempt to illegally freeze salaries of our members who are on a legal strike shall be met legal action against whoever takes such, an action.
You've got details of all these stories coming up, but first, let's remind you of our affiliate stations across the country.
Starr News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, My Star Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Starr 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Starr 103.5 FM. Starr News. Informed, in-depth, in touch.
Many thanks to you for choosing Starr News. I am Nurein Abass. Now, at 10 a.m. this morning, the Minister for Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, is expected to present the mid-year budget statement in Parliament. Now, the presentation will be the first for the Minister after his elevation to replace Ken Oforiatta. But ahead of the presentation, industry players and stakeholders are demanding a roadmap for the stabilization of the sliding cedi and pushing for the scrap of some taxes. Key amongst them is the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA. Here is Joseph Obeng, president of the association, who is concerned about the impact of the local currency's decline on their operations and the overall economy.
When that happens, you are able to predict prices become stable in the market, turnover will increase, and all that will be able to service our debts, both local and abroad. And so it is very crucial to stabilize the local currency so that businesses will not collapse as a result.
So that was the president of GUTA. Now, communication officer for the Abosokai Spare Parts Dealers Association, Techi Ado, has also called for same.
Currently, $1 is 60 cedis. 150,000 will give you $10,000. Some years back, that 150,000 will give you $40,000. So, as a businessman, he's lost $30,000 because of somebody mismanagement. Now, the vehicle that transports our containers from the port to the port area, 40-feet container, the car is charging you $2,500 to $3,000. We want to know tomorrow what plans, what measures, the fundamentals. We want to know about the fundamentals.
You heard the communication officer for the Abosokai Spare Parts Dealers Association, Techi Ado. Now, still on this matter, the issuing of taxation also features prominently, as according to the executive director of the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, Sam Agri, excessive taxes is threatening collapse of their industry, a situation he hopes that the budget addresses.
If it comes to industry, we have to bring down the cost of taxation because industry is being charged overly in taxation, and therefore we need to bring it down for them to also have a growth in that sector, because the industry is what is driving this country. And if we say we need to grow this country, then we need to make sure that the industry survives. If you overtax them and some of them relocating, then it becomes a big problem.
Away from that, now Parliament is set to probe the recent scandal involving some alleged Ghanaian Paralympic athletes said to have absconded upon arrival in Oslo, Norway for the Bergen City Marathon. The Ministry of Youth and Sports and the National Paralympic Committee have thus denied any involvement with the NPC boss, accusing two persons of forging his signature to secure visas. One of the accused, Ernest Yao AC, has refuted the forgery claims despite confirming he facilitated the trip for the para-athletes. Reacting to the development, ranking member on the Youth, Sports and Culture Committee of Parliament, Kobla Mensah Woyome, described the phenomenon as another disgrace to the country. He added that his committee will urgently begin probe into the matter.
Absolutely, because we have to invite those same entities to hear from them at first hand and then maybe ask the needed questions and see what the way forward should be. And possibly request from the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Minister itself and maybe the National Security Minister to come and furnish us with better understanding into all of those things. And probably also request from them what should be the way forward in helping to ensure that these things do not happen again. I mean, it's very necessary. The embarrassment is one too many. You don't do the shabby thing they did in the past, because what are the lessons we are learned? What are the things we need to do to ensure that we do not, go back or to situations like that as it is happening now? I mean, and of course, particularly what really happened that we think administratively at the National Sports Authority, at the Ministry of Youth and Sports itself, and all the key agencies that are responsible to ensure that this is done seamlessly, do the right thing in a certain manner. That again will be a guide for all the these things are key, and so they are so germane. And there will be the need for us to probably go back to look at all of that holistically, because this we must nip it in the bud.
You heard the ranking member on the Youth, Sports and Culture Committee of Parliament, Kobla Mensah Woyome. This is still the Starr Breakfast News. Now, members of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana have warned that any attempt to freeze salaries of their members who are on legal strike will be met with a suit. Academic and administrative activities in the 46 colleges of education across the country for the past 6 weeks have come to a complete halt, leaving the future of the academic calendar uncertain. Despite an interlocutory injunction filed by the National Labour Commission, the teachers say until the employer complies with the arbitration awards by the Commission, they will not resume work. According to CTAC, any attempt by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and the Education Ministry to freeze salaries of members will be met with a legal action. President of CTAC, Prince Obeng Himan, has been addressing a press conference in Kumasi.
The union wishes to notify the employer that not until the employer complies with all the outstanding arbitration award by the NLC, the union shall never call off its ongoing strike action. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we want to caution that any attempt to illegally freeze salaries of our members who are on a legal strike shall be met with the legal action against whoever takes such, an action. And we shall also meet it with all the protestations and all the rights and privileges that the 1992 Constitution grants to CITAC members and our citizens of Ghana to fight against injustice. CITAC will no longer tolerate injustice against its members because Ghana is a peaceful country governed by the rule of law. A luta continua.
You heard the president of CTAC, Prince Obeng Himan. Now, well, the latest is that the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission has instructed the Controller and Accountant General's Department not to pay the salaries of CTAC members. We'll bring you more in our subsequent broadcast. To other stories now, the Minister for the Interior, Henry Quartey, has opened up recruitment into the security agencies. This follows a closed-door meeting with MPs about the exercise following allegations from the minority about secret recruitment of party thugs into the agencies. Addressing the media after the meeting, the sector minister, Henry Quartey, announced the exercise will be advertised for those who applied between 2021 and 2022 to go through a transparent process for recruitment across the country.
As the minority and majority leadership has earlier espoused, we have had extensive conversation, and I want to say that the recruitment exercises for the security agencies under the Ministries of the Interior will be advertised with a clause. The clause is those who went online to apply in 2021 and 2022 and for some reason have still not been able to go through the process. But I must be quick to add and bring clarity to no money must be paid. The security and intelligence agencies, and for that matter, governments, does not control what we call medicals. If you go out there as a private citizen to do medicals, you have to pay for the medical fee. That is not the doing of the security and intelligence agencies. But what we are saying is that for the purposes of filling your application online, it is completely free.
You heard the Minister for the Interior, Henry Quartey. This is where we draw the curtain this morning on the Star Breakfast News. When you log on to starfm.com.gh, you'll find more news updates there. I am Nurein Abass, and thanks for your company. Next is Jones Aji with the Sports Rundown. Do have a great day.